Hi,
I'm Christina.
I'm Maya from
Bookworm
Dreams
Dreams and Snoopy.
and welcome to a new video. Today we are talking about Last Days by Brian Evenson, which is a horror novella. It's 200 pages. Is that a novella?
It depends if you. It literally depends on whether you have a paperback, a hardback, or a Kindle.
Really?
Somewhere it's like over 200 pages.
It's not a short story. It's just not a novel.
It's a novella. That would be a novella.
A novella. In which we follow Klein, who has recently lost his arm due to his hand due to his work as a policeman, and he has been contacted by people who wanna, I guess, hire him for his expertise in discovering a murder, or not discovering a murder, solving a murder, discovering a murderer. Yes. And at one, and the kid, he says no because he's depressed and everything. His life is kind of over, and he gets kidnapped and taken to his Brotherhood of Mutilation to discover solve the murder of the Brotherhood's founder, and the story goes on from there. Yes. So, this story is very gross if you are not into body horror.
Yes.
And, if you're going to read the story, prepare yourself because, stuff gets lost. Intentionally.
I think, so, first off, the novella is divided into two parts. The first called Brother of Mutilation and the second one, Last Days. Brotherhood of Mutilation is actually the first thing that came out, and Last Days was later.
Oh, the sequel?
It was almost a sequel to the first, to the Brotherhood of Mutilation, and then it kind of became like a full-fledged book and everything, so published together. So, as the title suggests, this is basically about mutilation. And to be honest, I think I found one thing that really disgusts the hell out of me, and which I have really, really, really a lot of trouble reading. I was literally writing to Maya at one point that I'm gonna DNF this because no matter how interesting the plot was, and it was very interesting, I actually really, really enjoyed the whole thing. I could barely get past the just descriptions of the mutilations. Even the descriptions of body parts that people don't have in this Brotherhood. The very fact of kind of imagining people without
what they look like.
It just, I couldn't bear it. It was really I really struggled.
Well, the thing is, when I started reading it, I first read the first 3 chapters, and then I read the whole thing in another sitting. So I was reading the first 3 chapters. It was 11 o'clock at night. I was kind of woozy, and then the whole first 3 chapters happened, and I was like, I'm gonna be sick. Because I was reading it, and I remember because my sister, she recommended all these books to us, and she told me about these books. I'd ask her to tell me because I forget stuff all the time. So as I was reading, I was like, "Oh my God, is that the one with the cult that cuts off their parts of their body?" And I was like, "Okay, I have to stop because I'm gonna throw up now." But then on the second reading, I was more not focused on that more, but focused more on the actions of our main character. How he just basically goes along with it. And in the first part of the book, we get to know the Brotherhood, we get to know the members and how their organization, religion, whatever, works. And basically to get knowledge about the Brotherhood and about the sort of secrets that they hold, you're supposed to lose body parts. And our main character is a policeman of some sorts. Yeah. At least worked undercover for smuggling or whatnot.
Something like that, yes.
And he sort of rose to fame in the Brotherhood because after in his job his arm got cut off, and he basically
cauterized it
himself.
Yes.
And that's woo for the Brotherhood. And when they ask him to solve this murder, he's very confused as to what is happening because something's obviously wrong with everything that's happening.
Yeah.
So, and to get the answers, the sort of main guy, not main guy of the religion, but like number 2 or number 3 of the religion, he's like, well, if you want to know stuff, you need to lose body parts because you're not like high enough level for shit.
Yes.
And I'm like, why would you go through with it? Is it that important to you to find out? Like, is this mystery so? I mean, so.
I think I got the impression that he thought that if he solved it,
he could leave.
He could leave.
Mm.
But I don't think he understood that that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, they basically kidnapped him and just sort of.
Yeah, I mean,
placed him in the
thing
cult.
is, he kind of gets kidnapped a lot.
He does. By
random actors.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you anything more because there is a twist at the end of Brotherhood of Mutilation, which kind of sets you for the course
of Last Days.
And I found it like really good. But yeah, he kind of gets kidnapped a lot. He kills a lot of people.
He does. There's a lot of murder and blood.
There's a lot of like it's really.
It wasn't that scary.
No.
It wasn't like with all the things that we read for this week. I mean, the story was kind of gross, yes. And there was lots of like blood and stuff, but it wasn't really, scary. No. It was frustrating what it was. And, I was just like, aren't you a policeman? Don't you have training? Most of the people here they're like missing a leg, an arm, a finger. So, how can you not overpower them and leave? That was for the first part. That was like mine. And then on the second part, why are you still here? Why are you still in this? Why do you return home? Why don't you go the other direction? Go away. Run away somewhere. And what was with the cop? The Frank cop who's like,
I don't know, that was
poking
weird.
him with his pencil.
I don't know. That
anyway.
Was very,
I don't know.
You found it annoying?
I found it annoying.
My adjective for this book would be disturbing. Not in the I'm scared kind of way, just disturbing by what's happening and why it's happening and why is anyone doing anything that they're doing. And like, yeah. I mean, I would totally recommend it if you're not, grossed out by stuff. Because I found it really interesting.
There's action and it was fast paced.
There was action, there was mystery. I really wanted to know like what this Brotherhood was about. I really wanted to know what the second part.
You know what bothered me? It is interesting and stuff, but the third guy, what's the name? Archer, what's his name?
Borch,
that one, yeah, whatever. So his arrogance and his
Orchard.
I don't know.
I can't Orchard.
His arrogance and his like smugness was so off-putting, and I just couldn't why are you still listening to this asshole? Just leave. And that sort of the characterization of the guess main bad guy in the first part was kind of off-putting and just.
Okay, I have one question for you. Did you like better the first part or the second part?
The second part.
Really?
Yes. I mean,
I'm the opposite.
The story gets a bit larger, and sort of the everything kind of gets not hyped, but more important. Like the stakes get higher.
Yeah.
That was what I wanted to say. And I liked how our main character goes around killing everybody. That was fun.
That was really good.
But yeah, I mean, where was that ingenuity and gusto in the first part? That was like, yeah. I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't the scariest thing that we read.
This week. Definitely not. I don't think.
I think we should read The Troop. That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't think. Okay, so I think the point of the book wasn't to make you scary. I think it was more. It wasn't like there's so many levels of scary.
Yeah.
Like it's a gradation of sorts. Like this was.
Yeah, I think it was more of thinking about religion and how to respect other people.
It has a really religious element to in both
parts.
Both parts in different ways, And like I think about religion, I think also about like the willingness to cut off a part of you for something like that's some hardcore shit.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was more intended to disturb you than scare you as such. And it did that to me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that was our review for Last Days. Not very sensible or connected, but here it is. There are other reviews that we did for the week of horror stories. Short
they
stories.
will come after this because this is the first one we're putting out.
Well, you can look forward to many more videos, I guess. Anyway, if
four more.
If you've read if you read the story and you have thoughts you want to share, please do let us know down below. There are other videos. There will be other videos like this, so do check them out. There are important links in the description box. Check that out.
Yes, please like, share, subscribe, press the bell button if you want to get notifications whenever we post new videos.
And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.